Liz Cheney, she did the right thing. She called it. Biden won the election fair and square. Mitt Romney said the right thing. He called it. Biden won the election fair and square. And they're sticking with it. They told the truth. They're sticking with it. Kevin McCarthy said Donald Trump is responsible for the unpatriotic, seditious insurrectionists. Mitch McConnell pretty much said the same thing. Mitch McConnell is attenuating his support for that now. And Kevin McCarthy flew all the way to Florida to suck up to Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump, forgive me for having said that. Will you help us win back the Congress in 2022? 2022 is a long way away. And after a few months, Americans, a lot of those that are gullible, a lot of those that have been in the fog of Fox News, in the fog of OAN, in the fog of Newsmax, a lot of them are going to be out of the fog because a lot of us are going to get to our brothers and sisters who have been misinformed for a long time. But no, we still have Kevin McCarthy going out there and begging Donald Trump, a Donald Trump that probably will be in tatters by 2022. And then you go around the country and you listen to these people talk about to their constituents to be interviewed on TV. But they're not being interviewed on TV solely for being interviewed on TV. They know that their constituents are watching. And instead of standing up for the truth, instead of being a person of dignity and saying how things really are, they cop themselves to the evil in chief, to the liar in chief. They continue to hold allegiance to him. Listen to Governor Tate, governor of Mississippi, Governor Tate Reeves. Check this out and then we'll take it on the other side.
Governor Reeves, do you agree with Senator Romney, who says a lot could be started if more Republicans would tell the truth about the election, that there was no fraud, it was won fair and square by Joe Biden, and that plenty of courts agree with that? Do you think perpetuating that has made this situation worse?
Well, again, I haven't seen what Senator Romney has said, but what I will tell you is that I think people on both sides of the aisle need to recognize that we have to talk to one another. We have to be honest with one another. We have to understand that we're going to disagree. There are items that are exceptionally important and issues that people feel very passionate about. But again, we are all Americans. I believe that even some of those on the other side with whom I vehemently disagree, that they want what's best for America. And I think that we need to look at it from that perspective and try to find common ground. When we can't, we've got to fight for what we believe in. I understand that, but I think we have to again see the other side. And by the way, it's not just Republicans who need to see the other side as in that light. Democrats have to do the same thing, and we have to take a step back and focus on doing what's best for America.
You believe President Biden won fair and square?
I believe President Biden is our president. We have been in multiple meetings with people in his administration. I've been very outspoken that I hope that they will focus when it comes to vaccines, not on distribution. We got that in Mississippi. They need to focus on making sure that we get more supply. But he is certainly our president, and we're going to do everything in Mississippi to work with him.
A lot of people will notice you did not agree with the statement. You didn't say either way whether you thought he won fair and square. Do you believe the election was won fair and square by Joe Biden?
There is no question that President Biden is our president. He won the states. I will tell you that I am adamantly opposed to some of the expansion of mail-in voting and things such as that. I don't think that some of the states who allowed for that, I don't think that they should have. And the fact is that I believe that it certainly opens things up for fraud. But the fact is that Biden won those states. He was certified in those states. He was certified by the Congress, and he is the president of the United States.
All right, Governor Reeves, I will leave it there.
Is it so hard to say he won this one, but we are going to fight harder? We are going to try to get our message across to America so that we'll win the next one. They haven't won the popular vote in 7 of the last 8 elections. That should say something. Maybe they should start telling their base the truth. We are just not that popular. We are current. Every time we rule is via some sort of a shenanigans of minority rule. The reality is our party has less amount of the people in this country who support us. Yet we have been lucky to rule for so long. Let's be thankful and let's try to change. Why don't they tell the truth? If their people knew the truth, if they cared about America, they would prevent. Look, what I just saw was a governor that was inciting an insurrection by fiat. Because if he cannot come out and say it was a fair election, what is there for the people who follow him? But more importantly, doesn't he realize that when he complains about mail-in votes and the votes, etc., 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 that he's in effect supporting voter suppression? Doesn't he understand when he comes out against those particular types of policies, he's actually inciting voter suppression? It's amazing that these people don't see what they're doing, but I think they do. It's just that they have nothing to hang on to. They don't have policies that most Americans want. And if you don't have policies that most Americans want, you don't have the majority. The Electoral College is the only thing that has saved the Republican Party thus far. And unless Democrats continue to work very hard to get not a majority, but a supermajority of the population, these guys can come right back into power in 2022. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.